It'll be one to go this time by. Coming to the green, buddy, coming to the green. Let's go get him. Go, 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 go.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway. So far I'm behind, I thought I was ahead. Where's our driver?
Well, you're right here. I had to do a live interview earlier.
I see.
Yeah, no. Okay, we're going to start our post-race press conferences with the winning team. First up, we have the crew chief, Bob Osborne, and Jack Roush, who now has 20 car owner wins at Michigan, 12 in NASCAR Sprint Cup, 4 each in NASCAR Nationwide and NASCAR Craftsman Truck, total of 20. Jack, you want to start off, talk about this latest one of those 20?
Well, I can't believe my good fortune. I've been in the presence of really fast companies, starting with Mark Martin here in 1988. We didn't win in 88, but we were in contention from the very beginning. And, of course, he put his mark on our program and on our cars and on our strategy and our thinking. Doug Yates and the guys did a really good job on our mileage. It didn't turn out to be a mileage race today. I think everybody was looking forward to a race when we would actually race for it rather than watch people drop off through fuel problems. But you know, it was great to watch all the cars as the crew chiefs and the pit crews worked themselves through the day. I don't think anybody had a real bad pit stop. Certainly there wasn't a penalty for speeding or for losing a tire. And that's on a race like this that runs so many green flag laps. That's something that's hard to recover from. I know the 48 had a problem where they had to make an extra pit stop, and that ruined their day. But you know, everybody did a super job, and as the crew chiefs and the drivers and the engineers commiserated on all the programs, made their adjustments toward the end of the day, they were able to salvage the situation so that everybody was in the top 10, and certainly, except for Kyle Busch being up there, we had a chance to have 2 or 3 winners, or actually 4 winners out of the top 5.
Bob, how about you? Tell us about the race today.
I had a lot of fun. How about that? You know, it was a challenge all day, actually. We didn't qualify very well. And obviously starting 27th makes it a little tense early in the race. But Carl did a great job with the car coming through the field. And then, you know, back and forth with the balance of the race car, trying to keep up with the racetrack and with the competitors on whether we take 2 tires or 4 tires. And actually got behind a little bit after a 2-tire cycle, back to 4 tires, and we were pretty loose there, and the 18 was able to stretch a pretty big lead on us. So having the ability to pit again and work on the car again was a relief, and Carl did a great job from there on out.
Okay. We're joined by our driver, Carl Edwards. This is his 5th win of the season, has 40 bonus points that he'll start the chase with. Closed the gap on bonus point leader Kyle Busch, who has 80. Carl, great effort today. Tell us about it.
Yeah, it's Bob just did a great job. Everyone, the crew did an unbelievable job. And the greatest part is that you know, that we didn't give up more bonus points to Kyle. You know, he's just so strong. And every time I win and he finishes second, that's really a 20-point spread. You know, for us. So that's what we just have to keep doing is go out here and try to win the next 3 events and go into this chase on even ground. But the guys are doing great. You know, Bob made great adjustments, and that was the key of the race.
We'll take questions for our race winners. Raise your hand. We'll come around. We'll also come upstairs in a moment, but we're going to start down here with a couple. Go ahead.
Joe Menzer, NASCAR.com. Carl, could you just talk about what's going through your head on that last caution with Kyle sitting there, and just talk about what was happening in your head there?
Well, I just where was it? Chicago, when we had our trouble, and then it came down to, I believe, Kyle and Jimmy. And Jimmy, you know, lost it on that restart because, I mean, Kyle's good at restarts, and that's just a fact. So I just didn't want to have to go through that pain. So I just did everything I could to have the best restart I could, and it worked out great.
Next question. Come around. Right over here, then over here to Lee.
Allison Bourne for Next 6 Sports in Lansing. Carl, Roush Racing does really well out here. I just wanted your thoughts on what a day like today means for you and the team.
Well, it means a lot to me. This is, 4 years ago today, I ran my first Cup race for Jack Roush, and he took a giant gamble on me. I felt like at the time to put me in that car, and Jack won the race that day. I believe Greg won it, and we finished 10th, and all 5 of the cars were in the top 10. And to be a part of that again today, for Ford Motor Company, for Roush, and for all the guys, it's an honor.
Lee Spencer, Fox Sports. One at Pocono. We get to go to California in 2 weeks. I mean, great places, great Roush horsepower. I mean, just perfect places for you to get the momentum going in the chase. Shrubby also said that, you've been there all year, and you're definitely the guy he's got to beat.
What do you want to know?
Either one. I mean, comment on
yeah, we're getting to the point, I feel personally, that we can win at any racetrack we go to. And our pit crew has stepped up their game. That was our weakness for a long time, and the guys have just repeatedly, week after week, worked harder and become better. So, I feel very confident at all the racetracks we go to. But yeah, I mean, last year we won at Bristol. I feel great about California. All of the chase tracks I feel like we can compete to win at. So, I feel good. It should be a lot of fun. I hope Kyle. That's what somebody said. Oh, it's coming down to you and Kyle. I said, man, I hope it's just me and Kyle. It'd be nice to just have to beat one other guy, but I have a feeling that this chase is going to be spectacularly competitive.
Robbie Reiser is a spiritual leader of our pit crew,
Yeah.
and I'm glad that I'm not standing between Robbie and a problem that's hurting pit stops for any of our guys. But Robbie has taken a personal challenge of making the pit crews work as well as for all the teams as they did under his watch for the 17, and he made some adjustments last week, and we're recruiting from within and developing people and motivating and challenging people, and not just by what happens on the racetrack, but by competition they've got within the company at practice as well. So it's a great thing to watch.
We'll go to Bob, then we'll go upstairs for one, then come back.
Bob Pockris, NASCAR Scene. For Carl and Bob, in addition to the points, does it do anything for your psyche or your mentality going into the chase to beat Kyle Busch, at this time of the season?
My psyche and mentality is pretty much fixed on, I'm the greatest race car driver to ever live. So, you know what I'm saying? What it helps with, I mean, if you don't think that, that's what David Pearson told me. He said, if you don't believe that, you don't belong in a race car. What it helps with is points, because I'm sure Kyle feels the same way. It's just that we have to, when we beat him, it's a 20-point spread, and it goes the other way. And I've finished second to him a few times this year, and that's frustrating.
Can Bob answer that?
Yeah, nah. Actually, I don't think I'm the best crew chief out here. So, yes, it is great for confidence level or ego, whatever you want to say, for our entire program. Carl mentioned it already. We've gone head-to-head against the 18 a few times earlier in the season and came up short, finishing second. So it was good to finally go again head-to-head to the 18 and finish first for the first time in a while, I think. So the pit crew, like we've talked about, has had a lot of pressure on them to improve, and they stepped up today. They weren't perfect, but they didn't get beat off pit road, and in my eyes, that's a great day.
We have a question in the press box. Go ahead, please.
Wolfgang Bonse from Lunchman Press, Germany. I have a question for Carl. Carl, yesterday after the win in the nationwide race, did you, together with your team, develop the same or maybe identical strategy for today's race?
Well, I learned some things about the racetrack, but the cars are so different, and the style of racing is so different because of the rules differences in the car that you can't really apply much from Saturday to Sunday. So the only thing I think that I picked up from yesterday is different spots on the track and how the grip worked there.
Okay, more questions. We'll come around. Clara?